If you've just joined us, this is a story of a pitcher who's got his club in a rare and exciting situation. Heidi, can you offer some insight without violating any baseball taboos?
Well, I don't want to jinx a masterful pitching performance by saying any kind of certain words out loud, but let me just draw your attention to the number in the opposing team's hit column. Here's a hint. The number looks like a bagel, maybe a donut. Is this performance going to go down in the record books, Matt?
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Digging in now, Jordy Mercer. He flew out in his last at-bat.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you're going to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
0-2 to Jordy Mercer. Count remains at 0-2. This is line to left. And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2. Mercer stands at second with no outs. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Nick Castellanos now, and he fouls this one off. In his career, Castellanos possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. Behind 0-2 now. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch.
No, that's
can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Tulowitzki is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So 2 outs now here in the Detroit half of the 7th. And that'll bring up the outfielder Mikey Matuk to bat next. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 2-0 to the Tigers left fielder.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and the inning is over. Tigers digging in the switch hitter, Nico Goodrum. Previous history with Luis Severino. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. 1 gone here in the 8th as we check our line score to this point. And boy, you can see the story of the game right there in the hit column. Just 1 hit allowed through 7 1/3. He has been awfully tough to solve. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Jacoby Jones the next to hit. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, and they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go. Leading off the inning, Ronnie Rodriguez. And they'll need him to get something going here. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
He's up to 100 pitches now, but he's still bringing the fastball pretty good. Nothing about that last throw tells me he's wearing down right now.
Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Got him as he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Second baseman.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out.
Straight up, straight up.
Up now. But this will land untouched.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
The 0-2 once more. And it's fouled away.
One.
Left side. Throw on to first will be in time, and now the Tigers are down to their final out. Here's Jordy Mercer now. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, and they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. Last breath for the Tigers. Fouled off. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Tiger shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, Dan, we almost saw history today with a no-hitter. But even though that wasn't meant to be, they did get the win.
Yeah, D-Roll, and that's ultimately the important thing. It was a transcendent pitching performance for most of the game. It was a thrill to see him come so close to the no-no, and a win like this will surely give his team a lift.
The Yanks have kicked off their first road trip of the season here in this game, and for a word on that, here's our own Heidi Watney.
Matt, the average MLB team will travel more than 25,000 miles in a season. That's more than the circumference of the earth. But one thing that makes all that travel easier to handle, winning. If this club can pull off a win here in this first road game of the season, they might just start a habit of traveling in style.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ready for another chance? Gary Sanchez. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And what's the call? It's a home run. And now hold on just a second here. It would appear that they're going to discuss whether this in fact stayed inside the foul pole. They're going to go inside and have a look at the video replay, as we'll take a look and let you decide for yourself. All right, the review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. And the pitch on 2-1. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. The relay. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And ShowTrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. That's inside. 2-0. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. Throw into third. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at 1st and 3rd.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the...
And this is going to zip right by him. It's short. Heads up. It's a base hit. And the runner scores from 3rd as they extend their lead. And he's going to get to 2nd now with nobody out. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on 2nd, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And the 2nd run will score as they stretch things even further, now 7-2.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field.
Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard.
And he'll pull into 2nd here with nobody out.
Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did. And looking at it again on ShowTrack, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
You could tell he's starting to get frustrated out there. He's not usually used to getting knocked around the yard a little bit. And you can tell he's starting to feel for it.
A ball and a strike now. Gardner on third. Hicks stands at second. No outs. The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
The 2-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Wow, that's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
From the stretch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings one home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Now a 9-2 ball game.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Didi.
Next for New York, Didi Gregorius, trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Well, this season is off to a rough start for him, and I think the worst part is when you're getting your hat handed to you early this season, you look up and you see your ERA in the double digits. It takes a long time to get an ERA to come down when you're only pitching an inning or two at a time.
Pulled toward right center field. Mullins sprinting after it. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning. Here's Chris Davis now. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. The 2-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike. And this is hauled in on the run for the out, and he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one. That was a really tough play, so we want to take another look at it with Show Track. He got a solid read off the bat. The route efficiency was good, and he ended up covering more than 120 feet to make that play. Really remarkable. In now, Dwight Smith Jr. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Oh, back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now. I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, Jesus.
Settling in now, Jesus Sucre. In past meetings with Tanaka, he's a .333 hitter. Softly on a line to third. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. Nate Carnes comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. First pitch on its way. Line to the right side, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Standing in now, DJ LeMahieu. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Behind 0-2 now. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Sanchez gets his lead at first, nobody out. 1-2 to DJ LeMahieu. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and a glove flip for 1. Relay to Davis, and indeed it's a double play.
Now batting.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go is the second baseman, Torres. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit towards center. Mullins will get there, and he puts it away to retire. Now to the plate, Hanser Alberto. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Hit weakly back to the mound. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, number 1.
So stepping in, number 1. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. Now a splitter's in there, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Brett Gardner, and he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier. Swing and a line drive. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there, that's clean. 3 for 4, he's looking locked in.
Hit.
Stepping in now, Aaron Hicks.
As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate.
It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Gardner is on his way home. Now the relay home. And not in time as the run scores.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded foul off to the right. Hicks leads off second with nobody out. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Runner goes for third. Alberto gloves it. Way to get dirty. Got him. Oh, and that looked destined to be an RBI, but a highlight reel stab put an end to that thought.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Stepping in, Giancarlo Stanton. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A bouncer up the middle. Throw will be to first for the second out, but meanwhile another run is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
First pitch on its way. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Mullins, and that retires the side. At the plate, Cedric Mullins. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. Now another 0-2. And another foul ball. The next 0-2. Line toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, that's just a case, D-Roll. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout, so that's a nice piece of hitting.
He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready on 0-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Gardner is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, Trey.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
The 1-1 home is taken for strike 2. Mullins, base runner at first with 1 out. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Into the box, Chris Davis. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. No contact there, and it's 1-2. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Orioles leave one. That won't help much. It's 11-2. Standing in, Didi Gregorius. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled that coming, turned and burned.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Relay to Davis, and indeed it's a double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Standing in now, DJ LeMahieu. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
Comes back with a fastball low, and that moves it to 3-1 now. Torres would be next. 2 out, nobody on. Three and 2 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. And this one bounds around against the wall. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
Now batting, second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Digging in, Torres. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. So striding forward now, Dwight Smith Jr. starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
A ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 is a sinker that misses for a ball. This is swung on and popped up, crossing into foul territory now behind third. But this will land untouched. He stays alive, still 2-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
In now, Jesus Sucre. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, second baseman.
Tanaka sets his sights. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. And he'll try and end it here with an even 100 pitches.
What an unbelievable effort. He has had total command of all pitches, all quadrants. Dan, this has got to bring a smile to your face.
It does, D-Roy. In a day and age where we don't see very many complete games, or for that matter, guys going out into the 8th, let alone the 9th inning, this has been a terrific start up to this point.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Alberto, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. And he will make the catch with ease, and the Yankees continue the roll they've been on. 7 straight victories now as this ball game is over.
So, D-Row, travel in style they will, at least until tomorrow, their first road game of the season. This is a statement win.
Yeah, Heidi said it earlier. When you head out on the road, you want to win early to set the tone for the trip. They've gotten off on the right foot so far, and we'll see if they play with some extra confidence going forward.
You